Hello, I'm David Kohn, the Bereavement Coordinator for Alabama Hospice Care in Birmingham, Alabama. By the second Friday of each month, I'll be offering different sessions regarding grief. On this platform, YouTube, you'll be able to locate the class in the search field by typing in AHC, grief class. That's Alabama Hospice Care Grief Class, but just put the letters AHC, Grief Class. I want to start out today's topic by considering what the two therapists, Haley and Williams of What's Your Grief, said. Experiencing new losses and going through times of hardship often stirs up painful thoughts and feelings related to past losses. How true. So today, let's look at 4 ways new losses can bring up old losses. First of all, loss makes you think about the past. In some ways, it's like visiting a place you've been to before. Your mind floods with memories you had not had for years, but this cue even triggers memories that are linked to specific physical and mental states regarding that loved one or the pet that you had for so many years. These losses can make you think about trips you took together, or wonderful and not so wonderful moments that you shared with your loved ones, or the special tradition that you started together. I mean, these memories just flood us with thoughts of those times with our loved one. So present losses can certainly make you remember the positive and negative memories of those special people. So number 1, loss can make you think about the past. Number 2, loss can make you compare current loss to past losses. Such a common challenge. Comparing losses and grief of other people is truly common, yet not too helpful. So let's think about 4 possible things that can happen when we have this tendency to compare losses. Well, first of all, you don't give yourself permission to grieve. Secondly, you cut yourself off from the support of other people. Thirdly, you beat yourself up for not coping as well as you did before. Boy, is this common. And number 4, you beat yourself up for not coping as well as other people do. These are strong tendencies, and it's good to be aware that they can pop their heads up sometimes. Number 2, loss can make you compare current loss to past losses. Number 3, loss can make you think about what might have been. And this is contemplating an alternative reality. In science, they call this counterfactual thinking. Sometimes we see our losses as being casually connected. Even in reality, they're not. But that's very easy to do, to think that they're equal or they're alike. It's like having the thought, if my mother hadn't died, she would have known how to help my sibling with his addiction, and everything would be okay. Well, probably not. But loss can make you think about what might have been. Number 4, new losses can remind you that you're capable of coping with grief. How have you coped with past hard losses? This could help to identify ways of coping in healthy avenues. This could help us to stop and think for a moment that we really are equipped to be able to cope with grief, although sometimes we don't feel like it. I had a visit with someone today who talked about that. I just want to be the way I used to be before I lost my husband. And that makes sense. We yearn to be able to go back in time. We think that we're broken because we don't perceive ourselves as being able to cope. Friends, it's so easy and to forget some simple things that you really are equipped to cope with grief, although it might not feel like it sometimes. But hopefully, you'll be able to proceed finding different ways that help you to reflect on the fact that you're very well equipped to be able to deal with your grief. So these are 4 ways new losses can bring up old ones. Number 1, loss can make you think about the past. Number 2, loss can make you compare current loss to past losses. Number 3, loss can make you think about what might have been. And number 4, new losses can remind you that you are capable of coping with grief. Hey, I appreciate you taking your time out to consider these few things about how new losses bring up old ones. I hope you found some help within this time. Next month, look for the new posting on YouTube, and in the search field, type in AHC Grief Class. That's Alabama Hospice Care Grief Class. But again, just put in AHC. Thank you so much for the time you spent with me. God bless you.